For this CP short, we are in Houston, Texas at the NATA convention. This is an echo of what the post we had on Total Athletic Therapy yesterday. We're going to talk about just fad purchasing and buying and different things with that. And this is really coming from more of a personal thing in terms of I was always attracted to the shiny new object and kind of drawn to it, and that can be good, but it can also be highly frustrating and not necessarily beneficial to you in the long run. So we just wanted to talk about kind of some of the things that I've learned and tried to implement to make sure that I'm not just buying stuff for the sake of buying stuff. Just because I think it's cool and it might be useful for the short time, but not really beneficial in the long run. There's been a lot of things that I've bought that you see on TV, and it's like, yep, this is going to be the game changer, and then sure enough, it's not at all. You don't actually get a whole lot of benefit from it, and then you go back and you find it 2 years later collecting dust in the back of a rehab room or in your weight room or anything like that. And a lot of this still applies to as well as personal choices when you're buying things, the latest fad diet, the latest exercise equipment that maybe you think is going to be your game changer. We found a picture, and if you're watching the video, you'll see of the Thigh Master or the vibration machine that was supposed to help you lose weight just by rubbing a band over the area at a high frequency. Obviously, those don't necessarily add up to long-term success and aren't around anymore. Kind of looking at that, I think the biggest thing is staying firmly grounded in the basics. When you talk about fad diets and things like that, a lot of times, you'll hear people just come back, and we do that. It's a calories in versus calories out, and it's the type of calories you're putting in. It's not necessarily a magic thing that's going to work for everybody, but you got to find what works to you. But the basics still come back to the basics, and that's well worth checking out. From there, the other things that we wanted to kind of cover with it are, is it backed by science? That's one we've taken a big look at for myself personally. Is there stuff out there that actually shows it works? Has the company that is doing it really made the effort to do the research ahead of time to make it actually look like they're really putting some effort and money into it to show that the science is there and not just putting it out? Sometimes it's kind of the chicken and the egg thing, so more may come out later. It might be worth waiting a year on any of these things just to make sure that somebody runs a study that's not tied to the company, which can give you a lot of good information there. A lot of times those are very telling because there's no financial incentive to get specific results. The other one that I really have started using, and with a lot of different things, but is the 3 whys test. If I can say, do I need this, and then if I can answer why, and I give my reason, and I can answer why to the next 2, then it's probably worth keeping. If it's not something that I can do that with, then probably not worth putting around or make me really, really think hard about if I want to implement it into either work or my own personal life with the utilization of it if I can't get past those 3 whys. The last one, and this is one I've run into, especially in the sports performance center, is new equipment and things are great and they're cool, even if they're expensive, but is it scalable to what we need? If I can only utilize one person on it when I'm training 30, or one person can only use it for an extended period of time, but I've got 12 people waiting in line to do it, is it really worth getting? Would I be able to get more? And that is pretty important when you're looking at that, whether it's your own personal clinic or weight room or things like that. Is it actually going to work for the long run and hold on to? So just a couple thoughts we wanted to share on that. Walking around the expo at NATA, seeing all the different things and the 14 different types of kinesio tape, and everybody's got their own version of a roller that's new and different and special, but you got to look at it. Is it really that special that it's worth sinking significant money into, or are there other alternatives or different options that would end up working out better for you? So take a couple of those ideas, if you will. Any other ideas, please feel free to comment. I think all this is really helpful just to make sure that we're moving things in the right direction for everybody, and really finding the things that make sense to really get everybody going. with their health and their wellness and their fitness. So with that, this is our CP Short from Houston, Texas. We hope everybody has a good day.